team. I'm Francesca Castoria, as you know, and first of all, I would like to thank you for coming today to listen to my presentation on Barnstormer. So here's a summary of what I'm going to be talking about today. We're going to be reviewing the current global navigation bar, which is the main navigation bar, and we're going to be learning about the site labeling of our current website and information architecture issues with that. Then we're going to be learning about the proposed redesign, why I think this redesign is more successful than what we have now, and how it would benefit us financially. And then I'm going to be showing you prototypes of it as well. Then I'm going to be following through with the next steps of the redesign and gather some feedback from you guys, whether we should move forward or not, and if we do, how to move forward. So first, let me talk about the current issues. So first is labeling. The labeling on the navigation bar and the site is repetitious or confusing, such as submit ad, post ad, browse ad, search ad. A lot of the labeling gets the user confused and they don't really know what to click on, so they end up leaving the website as a result. The language is also hard to understand between products, like what we see here. By reading this, we don't really know if this is a plane part, or a plot of land or whatever. So it's kind of difficult to understand unless you kind of like read the whole thing. So it would be essential to have some sort of labeling to help to understand. So overall, this kind of confuses the user and they end up leaving our site, bouncing it, which is leaving it as a result. The navigation bar also has links that the user doesn't really use, like fraud, testimonials, help. We can kind of take out the unimportant stuff and make sure the important stuff like posting ads, searching ads, and logging in are more clearer and easier for users to find. The global navigation bar is also different as well on different sites. So this confuses the user and they end up frustrated and then some users will quit the website as a result. And another issue is there isn't a search bar. For being a website that has a marketplace where users are searching for ads and products, it's essential that we have a search bar to help users who are coming to our website, particularly looking for a certain thing in particular. So goals of the redesign. Our first goal is using effective labeling in the navigation system in the site content. So the navigation system must be descriptive, specific, and mutually exclusive so that users can navigate without hesitation. So this is basically, like we saw before, the post ads and submit ads. We need to have one goal, just having post ads, so that the users know this is the action. There's only one action for this. If I want to post ads, I just click on this. Because users get frustrated, as I mentioned before, with the post ads and submit ads, and they don't know what to click on. And as a result, we lose potential customers and conversions because they just give up because they can't get what they're really looking for. Also, navigation affects traffic. So having a better navigation system, we can have a higher rank on the search engine optimization, SEO, on Google and other search engines. So by having a higher rank, we'll generate more organic traffic, more users from a search engine, and we will have a higher chance of conversion, which is users performing an action we want them to do, which is posting an ad or contacting a person on the app. Our second goal is reorganizing the navigational bar by importance. I mentioned before how there's so many different links that we don't need, like help and testimonials. So with the navigation, it's essential that we have the important things in the beginning and the end, because that's where attention and retention are the highest. So we're going to have our call to actions in the right corner to catch more of the user's attention and increase conversion of people posting ads, because we make money from people posting ads and upgrading. So if we can get them to post ads and convert, we can make more profit. Our third goal is having one consistent global navigation bar. As you saw, there's a different navigation bar from the home page and the other page. So users get frustrated if they can't find what they're looking for by using the menu if things look differently, and then they leave our site. So having a global navigation bar, one static main navigation bar that doesn't change, we can avoid losing potential customers. Our fourth goal is adding a search bar. Like I said, we're a marketplace. We need a search bar for users that are looking for an item in particular. And users would be more inclined to use our marketplace if they have that search bar. Also, with that search bar, we can actually learn more information about what the user is looking for, and we can use this to study popular trends and use this for future streams of income. So, like with advertising, post more advertising ads in regards to what a certain person or certain group of people are looking for. And another reason why we should have the search bar, people who use a search are more likely to purchase something. So having a user-friendly site would promote customer purchasing things, which would be more sales for us. So now I'm going to be going into the prototypes and proposed changes. So this first prototype, this is the home page here. So some changes I've done is have the global navigation bar be consistent, have that search bar for users that are looking for something in particular, call to action, which is dragging people's attention to something so they can click on what we need them to click to perform an action, converting them to have them post an ad. Clear and concise labeling with their navigation bar as well. Home for the home page. People who are looking for ads can view ads. The e-flyer, that language is kind of hard to understand for a user that's coming onto the site for the first time. So by changing that to our newsletter, a lot of users can understand what that is if they are an avid reader of the newsletter, events, and login. So the navigation bar is more concise, the labeling is clearer to understand, and it's less frustration for the users. And then with the things we had in the navigation bar before, we actually put them in the footer because they are helpful in a way, but they're not the main things that a user's looking for. So like reporting fraud, legal notices, testimonials, help. It's all kind of pushed to the bottom of the page. Our second prototype here is the listing ad page. So as you can see here, we have a hierarchical relationship of labeling. What I mean by that is it's kind of like a top-down system of the main thing, which is the item, then the price, because people are looking for that, then the data was posted, and then we have the content labeled. Before, all this was kind of mushed together, and it was hard to differentiate what was what, and people were confused as a result. So now the labeling is clearer, so people would have the information they need, and they can read it quicker and with less frustration than before. We also have breadcrumbs for easy navigation, so that the user knows what site they are on. We have consistent heading and organization of content as well, because before, like I said, the content was mushed up, very difficult to read, wasn't really consistent. So now when a user clicks on the listing ad site, this will be everything that they will be expecting. Pictures, header, price, when the ad was posted, description of the ad, and a call to action, which is contacting the owner. I also updated the contextual links. The links in the article and ad, they're correctly labeled based on the audience needs, like sharing the link, adding to the watch list, or view other ads by the owner. Because before, these links were kind of in the ad, but they were hard to find, and there were too many links that kind of confused the user as well. Next is the event page. So everything I mentioned on the listing ad page applies to the event page as well. We have the breadcrumbs, we have a hierarchical relationship, bold, title, heading, description, and the actions, email, add a watch list, and view other ads. So we made the event page more easy and understandable for the user, and organizing the content where it's more useful, because before the content was just all kind of mushed together again. People didn't really know what to click on. Contextual links were also in the summary as well, so it was like contact Jim Host was hyperlinked, and also was like email advertiser. So by doing this, we eliminated the confusion of having the user figure out where to click. It's clear and it's concise. In conclusion, I hope based on my presentation today, we can agree on my proposed redesign and on going forward with that update for the global navigation bar and the site labeling. And the next step would be to use the prototype for usability testing. So by going forward with the usability testing, we will generate feedback from users if the redesign is successful or if we need to update it even more. And then we can also gather data on if the issues that I've addressed have been satisfied or if that issues are still there by users who are looking at the site. And then we can also gather data if there's any new difficulties with the prototype. Then after that, we will send the approved prototype to the development team so that they can code it, have it all nice and ready and functional for our site. So by doing that, we're also going to plan to set deadlines on when the new navigation bar would be broadcasted and the site itself. So overall, I would just like to end this presentation with any questions. I want to open the floor if anyone had any comments about my presentation. And also, thank you for your time.